Hey folks, welcome to Casting with Kirk. I'm Kirk, so glad you're joining me today. So today I want to talk to you about a style of fishing called finesse fishing. Now in a previous video we had talked about power fishing, and power fishing is exciting the bass to a bite. The difference now with finesse fishing is you're trying to entice the bass. So you've got excite and entice. Now the reason you might want to go to a finesse style bait is, one, you could be looking at a situation where things in the lake have calmed down, there's no wind, the sun has come out, it's really calm, and the bass have kind of, seems like gone lethargic. You can use that finesse fishing to get into their little haunt areas where they're maybe not ready to actually just be excited and go after a lure. You need to entice them. Another situation you might want to finesse fish is around docks, throwing lures in there that take a little bit to get to the bottom, work it way into the back, and just let it do its thing. You might be looking at areas where you can't run, say, a crankbait through, or spinner bait, or more your power baits. You need to get a smaller bait somewhere up into an area like overhanging trees maybe, or into maybe some log areas. Now, lures that you can use, there's quite an assortment out there of finesse style lures. You can use your standard 5-inch stick bait. You can rig it two ways. One, you can get a 1-2-aught hook and you can go ahead and Texas rig it. Another way then is take that same 1-aught hook and wacky rig it, where you just run it right through the middle, and now you've got that flapping arms. It takes a while for this to fall down. You can skip it way under docks. Another thing, of course, is a Texas rigged craw, and using just a small little weight on it and just flip it up into those areas, let it fall, do its thing, and just leave it sit there. Maybe give it 1 or 2 little hops and see if you can get them to bite. Put it right on their nose. Same thing you can do with a tube bait. You can actually get tube weights, tube jig heads, or you can just Texas rig it with a lightweight and throw it in there and just let it do its thing. A really good one is taking small little worms like a 4-inch zoom, trick worm, finesse worm. You can even get these smaller little like 3.5-inch worms and put them on a nice little shaky head and just cast that into shaded areas, cast it down into the rocks and along the weed edges, and just let it stand there and move it along the bottom and just kind of let it do its thing. I have found in the last 2 years, using little 2.5-inch, just little like crappie swim baits, work phenomenal. Just rigged on a Ned head. Works great for catching bass, catching big crappie, catching big bluegill. So it's multi-species. Now the equipment you want to use for finesse fishing, you're going to scale it down. You're going to use your 6'6" or 7-foot medium action spinning rod. I go 8-pound monofilament with pretty much all my finesse fishing. One of the things I also like about finesse fishing is it's really inexpensive compared to a lot of other fishing. Again, you go out and get yourself your 6'6" medium action spinning rod, 6 to 8-pound monofilament, and get yourself a bag of 4-inch finesse worms. Cost you maybe $4 or $5, and you can get 20 of them. Get yourself some Ned heads or just some ball-headed jigs. All right, I hope you enjoy this information. Go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. I thank you for joining me. You folks have yourself a great day.